Hey everybody, Bill here again, and we're still in Tacloban. And here's another really cool attraction here. This is called the Jaluco Bridge. And if you guys, you history buffs, remember Marcos Ferdinand and his wife Amelia, I think her name Emilio or whatever her name was. Anyhow, Marcos Ferdinand was a very harsh president of the Philippines and brought a lot of pain and sorrow to this country back in the 1960s and 70s. And he built this bridge and gave it to his wife on her birthday in 1973. It was started in 1969 and finished in 1973. And until recently, it was the longest bridge in the Philippines. It was about 2.5 meters long, 2.5 kilometers long, sorry, 2.5 kilometers long. But now they've built the bridge in Cebu from the airport, whatever island that is, we stayed at earlier, I can't remember the name of the island, over to Cebu City. And it's like 3 kilometers long. It's a little longer than this one. But this one stood as the longest bridge in the Philippines since 1973. So, what, 60 years? Quite a while. 50 years. So anyhow, I thought you guys might want to see this. This is kind of cool. Here's a plaque that's the west side of the bridge, signed by Mr. Ferdinand. It looks like the President of the Philippines, it says. It says, "This shall symbolize the unity and love that binds the North and South into the Philippine nation. Let what we have pledged to be, then in some part set and secure upon this bridge and forever preserve the joy of aspiration and greatness. Let all who voyage through and across these seas navigate the distance that separate men and leave no barriers between them. For we conceive of this as no less than a channel of communications among the people of these islands in the same manner that we conceive of the quality of stone in terms of its endurance and permanence. And devotedly shall we keep alive the bond of unity and freedom and peace. Let all our old frontiers be one nation, bridged by brotherhood and love." So that's what that says. And by the way, this bridge actually lights up at night. I was kind of hoping to get here later in the day so we could see it light up, but it's too early and it's probably another couple hours before sunset, so we're probably not going to get to see it light up. But if you look online, you can see pictures of it being lit up. But anyhow, urban legend has it that this bridge was built on the blood of children because supposedly the manager that managed the building of this bridge was a woman, and she was very superstitious, and she had somebody do a spell, whatever you want to call it, on this bridge, and they told her that the only way the bridge would stand would be if she sacrificed the blood of children on the bridge. And the urban legend says that at night she would send her workers into town to find homeless children and bring them here, and they would slit their necks and throw them over the bridge so their blood would wash against the piers of the bridge, and thereby ensuring that the bridge would stand for all of eternity, I guess. So that's just an urban legend. Of course, it's not true, but it's interesting that people would think that. But anyhow, I'm going to try to drive across this bridge one-handed so I can hold on to this camera so we can take a look at it. It's actually kind of cool. And by the way, this bridge, we're in Leyte now. This bridge connected Leyte and Samar, which is the next island over. Of course, before this bridge was built, you'd have to take a ferry over to Samar. But now this bridge allows traffic to go from Leyte to Samar. So very interesting piece of history here. It's kind of cool. This is a popular tourist site. There's a lot of information, videos and stuff about this bridge on the internet, but I'm going to put one on our YouTube channel so you guys can see it. So let's go look at the Jaluco Bridge, which construction started in 1969. It was finished, I think, July 2nd, 1973, which is Ferdinand Marcos's wife, Amelia, her birthday. It was given to her as a birthday present, supposedly. So let's drive across it, take a look at it. It's kind of cool, I think. We'll check it out. We'll drive across kind of slow. You guys can get a view. There's a really nice scenic views here. It's pretty cool. My bike's kind of loud, so I'm not going to talk, but you can look and see what I'm looking at as I go across.
Let me hold it.
You can wait here if you want.
Let me hold it.
No, I got it.
Let me hold it.
I got it.
Let me hold it.
No, I got it. Here we go. Find a spot where there's a lot of vehicles. Trying to find my helmet release. Sorry, I couldn't figure out how to release my helmet. I don't know how much of it I can see from this end. I don't know if I can see very much of it at all. But let's go look. See what's down here. I can't really see much of anything. So this is a steel truss bridge, and driving across it, it kind of reminds me of what's in the United States. And I'm kind of wondering if Ferdinand Marcos maybe got his inspiration from some of the bridges that were built in America, because it kind of looks like that. So, but if you guys look around here, all of what the landscape is where Iris lives, it's very rugged, tropical. It's hot here all the time. There's a pretty nice breeze blowing today, so it's not too bad, but it's still very hot. But this is typical of what the island of Leyte and probably Samar. I haven't been in Samar, so I don't know anything about it, but it's probably what they pretty much both look like. I don't want to get ran over here. I'm going to go out here on this bridge a little bit, so you guys can kind of see what it looks like, what the lay of the land is here. It's actually very beautiful here. Of course, all these mountains off in the distance, I'm pretty sure they're all volcanic mountains at one point in their life. But there's a lot of water, a lot of ocean, a lot of very rugged terrain, very few roads going through here. But as you can see, it's really pretty here, other than the heat. But I've worked outside my whole life. Heat doesn't bother me that much. So, but anyhow, so this is the sand, however you pronounce it, Wacoon or Jacoon, whatever bridge, going from Leyte over there to Samar over here. So I just thought it was an interesting landmark for you guys to see. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Bye-bye.